Good morning from the Carnival Celebration. It's another day at sea today, and we're gonna start off our morning by getting breakfast at Emerald's because that's a nice and chill place, and it's only $6 per person for breakfast.
Yeah, I love Emerald's.
So here's the menu. Everything is $6. And then they have this quote, and it's, anything made with love, bam, it's a beautiful meal. Or should it be, anything made with love, bam, it's a beautiful meal. Like, what kind of quote is that?
I didn't realize that Emerald is the BAM guy.
He can't just have a quote. He has to throw bam in there.
Bam!
Anything made with love, bam! It's a beautiful meal.
That sounded violent.
He's a violent man. Here's what I got for breakfast. This looks actually amazing. It's basically an eggs Benedict, but on the bottom is a biscuit, and it's beef and a poached egg.
There's like mushrooms and peppers in there too, right?
Yeah, but it's not, they don't call it eggs Benedict, they call it a poached egg and fixins. So.
But we know what it actually is.
We know what it actually is.
Hey, I got the sweet potato waffles, and this looks beautiful. It's got like strawberries and cream, and I think there's like pecans on here. Yeah, you can see them.
Wow, that actually looks good.
Yeah, it does, actually.
And I think this is one of the best things I've had on the ship so far.
Wow.
My eggs Benedict was actually really, really good. But now we're heading just down the hallway here, and we're going to do our cooking class, our Carnival Kitchen pasta cooking class that we signed up for.
So excited.
So this morning we're doing the Carnival Kitchen. We're doing the pasta class, and class is about to start. But look at this looks awesome. We're gonna learn how to make pasta. Here's all the classes they do. I can't believe how many there are. That is insane. And this is one that we're doing. Okay, so inside here we have a little classroom area, and we just got divided up into our stations.
You have to go in pairs of 2, so if you come alone, they'll pair you up with somebody else.
So we're station number 2, which is the best station,
Obviously.
according to me. First step is to wash our hands, obviously.
It smells like onions.
Oh, this is our station right here.
Do you feel like you're on MasterChef?
We have all the finest ingredients here in this kitchen, including a fridge
Of Pepsi.
of Pepsi. Okay, we got our aprons. It's like we're on MasterChef.
I wish mine said like Kerry on it.
I know, we are literally on, by the way, I got you one of those.
I know you.
Yeah, okay. Here's our station. What's cool is there's an iPad with the recipe and also a live feed to the chef's station, which is over there. So it's a top-down view, just like you'd see on MasterChef.
This is actually the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Look at all the ingredients.
Yeah.
I thought it smelled like onion in here, and I'm realizing that there's onion as part of the ingredients. So.
Our first lesson is to kick it up a notch. So, yeah, bam, bam, bam. I'm gonna bam everything. I'm gonna be bamming nonstop.
That's why we went to Emerald.
Yeah.
What if Emerald was cooking the class and we had to do this? Or what if it was like Joe from MasterChef,
Oh
because
my
he
God.
loves pasta?
If it was Emerald, like we would know he was on board because we'd be hearing bams
Yeah, constantly.
We're starting to make the dough. We got the flour in there.
I got to say
She just did a bam with salt in there too.
Clear plastic container with some fork and spoon, right?
Mixing up the dough.
You can watch this TV chef through your tablets, your work table.
Okay, so we made our sauce, and now we're gonna go back to our dough and make the
We need
pasta.
to take on your dough, flour it up lightly, roll it over, dust it down, and with the help of that dough cutter,
Time to roll the pasta.
number 1 comes out, dough number 2 goes in.
Is it hard?
When he said to hold it, I was like, what do you mean? It's like drilled in. What do you mean? I have to hold it?
Flour to be dusted. I told you, if you are not hungry,
Wow.
the machine is. So while you're waiting on this, there is a point to be noted.
So we flattened our pasta, and now we're cutting it into fettuccine.
Dough that you rolled out, separate it there.
I couldn't be more excited.
And then our sauce is simmering. We're boiling our water. We got it all cut. We're gonna drop it in the water. Should we do it right now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Bam! 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 Okay, so our pasta's done. We put it into our saucepan, and we're about ready to
Put it
plate.
into our plate pan.
I'm so glad we get to eat it because I wasn't sure.
Wow.
So at this time,
Okay, this is our last step. Putting the Parmesan cheese on top.
Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah,
This is so much fun.
Yeah, this should have been Emerald's cooking class. Or Guy's, I don't know. This is truly the last step to taste it, okay? It's long. Is it good?
So good.
So it turns out the only way to have good food on this ship is to make it yourself.
That was so yummy, and that was like the best meal we've had on board so far, and I made it.
I'm kind of kidding, by the way, but what's cool about that class is you don't have to clean up.
Yeah,
they had other people come in and clean up for you. Like, that was the worst part about culinary class, is cleaning.
Also, the worst part about culinary class is that you had to like chop up all of your herbs and vegetables
and measure and stuff.
They pre-did all that.
They pre-measured everything.
It made cooking look easy.
All we did was the cooking. That was actually really cool.
I loved it.
I would say that, like, honestly, that's one of the best parts about this cruise.
If you book a Carnival cruise, you have to do that because that's honestly the only reason to book a
And it
Carnival
sells
cruise.
out quickly, too. And we forgot to mention, they gave us a souvenir at the end of the class. We got, what?
Spatula.
It's not really a spatula. What is it?
Yes, it is.
Is it? Oh, okay. I thought it was like a stirrer.
Yeah, spatula.
Oh, okay. But it says the kitchen on it.
Yeah, it says Carnival Kitchen.
It's really cool.
Oh my god.
We're going to Blue. No, it's Java Blue. We're going to Java Blue. The line's crazy. Again, it's
We
always crazy
literally
here.
skipped it this morning because you're like, oh, it's too crazy of a line, and I thought it would be better now, and it's not.
It's so crazy.
There's an aerial list right now.
Oh, I was practicing. I got my chocolate Java Rev Up.
I got my chai tea latte and a fun Sudoku because at Java Blue they have like these little fun things to do.
Also, I saw we have our GUSS already, and looks like
Like an alien.
and he's saying thank you. Oh, he has a note that says thank you. Please be out of your stateroom by 8:30 a.m.
Wow, it's like being kind but then being rude, like kicking us out.
So I'm gonna drink this outside on our balcony because it's not raining. That's awesome. Because there is that soon to be named tropical storm nearby, but it's not here. So I'm gonna drink this out on the balcony. So on the pool deck, they're doing something that I haven't seen in a really long time since I was a kid cruising, is they're doing an ice sculpture here on the Lido deck. They're carving something out of ice.
A giant block of ice.
Yeah.
And they're carving something into it. I'm trying to guess what it is. I feel like I'm getting a shrimp or maybe a seashell. I'm pretty sure the guy carving right now was our waiter last night.
Really?
One of our waiters.
I think it's an eagle.
Oh, and like those are its wings.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, that's an eagle, but I think Gwendolyn eats an artiste.
It was an eagle.
Alright, friends, if you would like to take pictures.
We came up one deck to the ultimate playground. We're gonna do the ropes course. There it is.
Okay, so it turns out that you need to have sleeves on in order to do the ropes course. So I was unprepared, but Brian's gonna do it, and now you have a professional filmer to see Brian. Okay, Brian's getting ready to go out. There he goes, taking his first steps.
Okay, here I go. There's Kerry down there.
Hi.
I'm gonna go down the hard way, which is this way.
Oh, so it seems like you can choose which way you want to go. There's like a harder and a less hard way to go. And Brian went with the harder way.
So easy. There's Kerry down there. Now, what I'm about to do is the zip line portion.
So this one's like a zip line that you do out over the ocean, which is pretty crazy. This is the thing that made me scared to do it. Not that I could have done it anyway, but I was like, whoa, I don't want to do that.
Oh my god. This part is literally just like a zip line. Oh my god.
Whee! There you go.
I'm going
He's
backwards.
flying. Ooh, it's kind of slow, which makes it kind of scarier. Oh my god.
It's like Tom's Edge.
He made it. Okay, so Brian's up for the next thing. It seems like there's an option to either do like a skinny little rope that you balance on, or these like scary kind of wavy bridges.
I'm gonna do it no hands.
Brian chose the bridge, which I think is the wimp option, but that's all right.
Okay, I had to hold on for a second. Okay.
I think you should just run across.
I wanted to do it without holding onto the rope, but it's impossible.
There we go.
Oh my god, this one is like Wipeout. Does this turn? Oh, these don't turn, okay.
Okay, next up we have these like weird drum-like things that he bounces back and forth on. This looks like the American Ninja Challenge. Is Brian an American Ninja? Okay, the next choice is between like circles that kind of look like they're off balance or like these swings that form a bridge. Brian went for the circles. I like that you have a choice, you have options. Side note, I've never seen a sports court so active. Usually I'm like, oh my god, why do they have a basketball court on the ship? But now Carnival proves me wrong. Like, you should have one because it's crowded. Okay, so for this option, there's like a balance beam with nothing to hold on to or a rope that you can hold on to. Brian went balance beam because the Olympics are on and he's been watching gymnastics. Looks like Brian is passing people left and right. He's like, get out of my way, broom, broom, here I come. He's choosing some eggs to jump over. Craziness. Here he comes, conquering the course. American Ninja Warrior, Brian Kerry. Okay, this is the final pass right here. He's back. He made it. He's safe. How was it?
Hot. It is so hot.
I'm dripping sweat.
I am drenched in sweat. It is so hot. It looks like I'm crying. It's not because I was afraid. It's because I am dripping sweat. I'm drenched. There's even queues up in there. There's queues everywhere on the ship, even on the ropes course. Did you notice that?
I was like, yeah, Brian's passing people at the end there.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was cool. It was like, kind of like a lot of parts, unless you hold on to your rope, like, you have to hold on because you're gonna fall otherwise. You know
what if
I
you
mean?
did fall? Do you think like you'd fall right into the ocean? Or?
I don't know, but the coolest part was that part, which is basically like a zip line.
Yeah.
It's essentially Crown's Edge.
But you had the option not to do it. It was cool that you had options each time.
That I almost feel like Crown's Edge is a ripoff of that.
It's almost like a smaller, crappier version of this too.
Yeah, Crown's Edge is essentially a ropes course with the zipline part. The only difference between this and Crown's Edge is that on Crown's Edge the floor drops, but this you just walk out.
And this is much longer.
Yeah, it is. Crown's Edge is the ropes course on Icon of
Also,
the Seas.
you didn't have to pay for this, right?
No, it was free.
Which is cool.
So after the ropes course, we've been just hanging out, enjoying our balcony.
Enjoying the air conditioning of our room.
I've been laying out here, and then Carrie's been laying in the room.
I'm an indoor cat. Brian's an outdoor cat.
I love spending time on the balcony on a cruise. It's one of my favorite things.
You can see bands of rain in the distance. I know it might be difficult for others to see, but that's the tropical depression right there.
I actually have breaking news for you.
Do-do-do-do,
So this tropical depression that we've been talking about, it actually has a name now. It's Tropical Storm Debbie.
Debbie. Debbie just hit the wall. She never had it all.
This is a Debbie Downer.
Oh, yeah.
So this is what we've been talking about. This thing has been developing on our cruise. Like, we're off to the right of Florida right now, almost back to Miami. But yeah, this is what we've been talking about is Tropical Storm Debbie.
If we get a lot of rain from it, can we call it a Debbie downpour?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm hungry.
Okay, let's go eat Guy's Pig and Anchor? Is that what it's called?
Not Guy's Burgers,
It's
Guy's
very confusing.
Barbecue.
Oh, air conditioning.
I do like this room, even though we've trashed it.
Don't look at that.
Here's where we're eating Guy's Pig and Anchor. Guys, this is the second Guy's restaurant on board.
We ate here on day one for lunch.
For lunch.
But it's different for dinner.
We don't know how the dinner works.
Hey, we got seated, and they give you like a little piece of paper and a pencil, and you like write down what you want.
Yeah.
I think this is so cool. There's a restaurant in South Carolina called Witch Wish, and it's like a sandwich restaurant. You kind of do the same thing where you like build your own sandwich. But I like this so much.
I like this a lot. I think
love
this
the
is really cool.
Also, I didn't really realize before, but this is kind of like the sports bar concept of like Playmakers.
A little bit, yeah.
Did we say that when we were in here before?
I don't know.
But if you want to watch sports, except not the Olympics,
Not the Olympics.
you can watch it here.
Yeah. We haven't seen the Olympics at all.
I wish we did. I missed so much gymnastics stuff.
Yeah.
It's very sad. We'll have to watch it all when we get home.
Yeah. So we've decided what we wanted. We filled out our test. I hope I got an A. You kind of filled in outside the line, so your Scantron isn't going to work.
Oh no, but you just did check marks willy-nilly.
I'm screwed.
I'm so used to Scantron.
Yeah. So this is included. This is a free restaurant, except for the ribs, which I did order because it sounds good, and the brownies extra too. But you know,
it's worth it.
It's worth it. It's not that much money, so.
Yeah.
But there other things are free. I'm also getting the melt, which sounds really good. It has pork, brisket, pork belly, cheddar, donkey sauce, which is, you know, probably a normal thing.
We're really just trying everything.
Yeah.
Hey, we're at dinner. You know what time it is. It's time for our dinner time question. Tonight, the question is from Matthew Schaefer, and they ask, y'all always seem to be so willing to spend a little extra on the stateroom and get at least a balcony. What, in your opinion, makes that upgrade so worth it every time?
I love the balcony. The balcony is like, going to the balcony is one of my favorite things of the entire cruise. And so what makes it worth it every time? I mean, it's just sitting out there, listening to the water, taking a nap. We love getting room service breakfast and eating it on our balcony.
Oh, yeah.
That's like one of the best parts of the cruise.
It's because you can actually feel the wind on your...
And you feel so much more connected to the ocean. If you're in an interior room, you know, you might not like get a sense of like where you're going or like the water. Like in your room, you can always see the ocean, see what's happening.
What about compare it to a window?
I like being able to go outside. And also, if you get claustrophobic, which I do sometimes, it's like, it's nice having the option. It's like, I can just open up this door and I could be outside. And it feels so much better. Also, if you're in Alaska or Norway, it's a must. It is a must. Because half of that cruise is watching the scenery sail by.
Yeah.
And you want to be able to just... I mean, in Alaska, we were just in our room. We would look out the window and see whales.
Even at port, we're just like looking at sea lions and things.
So, yeah, the balcony is one of my favorite parts of the entire cruise.
I will say you use it more than I do.
I do. And to me, I kind of feel like I'd rather cruise half as much than like you know, like there's a great discussion that was happening in this question.
The comment thread.
And the comment thread of people saying, well, like, I'd rather cruise more and then do interior. But for me, I think I'd rather cruise less and do balcony.
Or cruise on a smaller ship so that you can get, you know, the balcony or an older ship.
The way that ships are designed now is, you know, back in the day, like, there weren't a lot of balcony rooms, but now modern ship design is most of the rooms on the cruise are a balcony room. Like on the Disney Wish, they said 90% of the staterooms had an ocean view. On Oasis class, Freedom class, it's like the whole side of the ship is balcony.
Yeah.
Most of the staterooms are balcony rooms. Some people are saying that it doesn't matter to them as much, but I mean, to me, it's worth anything. We've only done
one.
We did a window room once, right?
Yeah.
Was that the only time?
Yeah. Was it on Celebrity?
On Celebrity, and I really missed the balcony.
Yeah. How do you feel about Boardwalk or Central Park?
The problem with doing a Boardwalk view or Central Park view on Oasis class is you don't have a guaranteed view at the ocean.
Right.
When we did Boardwalk, we had the last one so we could see the ocean, so it was good.
Specifically on Allure.
There's no slide blocking. But I've heard people say when they do Central Park, they like miss that connection to the ocean. So that's why we haven't done Central Park, is because I feel like I want to see the ocean.
Right.
Just see where we're going, and I don't know.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here a little bit, because when I was younger, I would cruise with my parents and my brother, and my parents would be in a room, in a balcony room across the hall, and my brother and I would be in an interior room across the hall from them. And I loved it. I thought it was great. I don't need to look outside as much as Brian does, because I like air conditioning. And, I think I'd be okay with just a window room because I like to see where we're going. But I don't know if it's 100% necessary for me. Now, I will say, when we had that room on Celebrity, and then even, I think we did a window on Mariner of the Seas, where it was like that full window right at the front of the ship. And I think that you're right in that, like, in the morning, I want to go out and be like, oh, we're here, especially when you're at port.
Yeah.
And I think that on this cruise, we did have a little bit of a struggle because, like, sometimes the wind was too much that we couldn't go out, and it was kind of like, oh man, I wish we could go out. So I'm not like, I wouldn't cruise if I'm not in a balcony, but I do see the value in it.
I'm almost at that point.
I know you are.
Okay, we got our food.
I got the chicken, the pulled pork, and then you get to pick two sides. So I picked the Carolina slaw and the fries.
I got the ribs and my sandwich with like pork and a bunch of other stuff on it. And I got crispy onion strings and fries, but I didn't get my fries. But that's okay, because it's probably enough food anyway.
What did you not get?
Fries, but it's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just take one of yours.
All right. So I was looking at all these sauces that we have. This one is a Carolina sauce. Now, if you know anything about anything, you know that North Carolina and South Carolina have vastly different ideas and ideologies about barbecue sauce. And so I was like, you really need to specify which Carolina. You can't just say Carolina.
Yeah.
There's two of them. So North Carolina is like vinegar based, and South Carolina is more like mustardy based. So I poured a little bit of this on here. This is North Carolina.
Oh no.
I'm a South Carolina girl, so we hate this.
What else do we have here? We have
That one looks good.
brown sugar. Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Kansas City.
I don't know anything about that. This one sounds scary.
Oh, sriracha.
Yeah.
This meal was actually pretty good. I think this is actually, like, this to me, this was better than the steakhouse and Rudy's seafood.
Agreed.
I think the best restaurants that we've had are the Italian place and then probably this, the Guy's Barbecue.
Agreed.
Yeah. Okay, we got our dessert. We got the brownie. It looks really good.
It really does.
Obviously, it's just a brownie with vanilla ice cream on top.
And whipped cream and some type of nut.
It's walnuts.
Wow.
Is it good?
It's a little like sweet. I don't know how to describe it.
Huh.
But I think it might be the best brownie on board, but it's still not like wowza. We just finished up eating at Guy's Pig and Anchor.
I'm stuffed.
Yeah, we're out on our balcony and it feels really nice. But I've called Brian here today to discuss something. And that something...
She goes, come outside, we have to discuss it.
When you're ready to talk, come outside. I want to talk Carnival food versus Royal food. Because on Carnival, a lot of the like specialty places to eat are free. Like tonight's Guy's Pig and Anchor, for the most part, was free.
We did pay for the brownie and for the ribs, though.
Yes, that's good to clarify. And like the Italian restaurant was free. The Chibang that we did on day one, free. We did pay for Emeralds. We paid for Fahrenheit 555. We paid for Rudy's. But like Guys and Shacks, they're free. Now, free sometimes means that it's not the highest quality.
Yeah.
Where that's not true is the Italian restaurant. I feel like that Italian restaurant has better quality than some of Royal's food. Like specifically like the chicken parm at that free restaurant was better than the chicken parm
At Giovanni's.
at Giovanni's.
Yep.
And then I feel like tonight's Guy's food was probably better than some. I don't feel like there's any like direct comparison there of like a barbecue restaurant, but like maybe let's say Playmaker's food. I would say that food is probably, you know, maybe better than some of the Royal food that we've had, or on par with it at least, and it's free. And so I just want to say that, you know, I'll give Carnival the props where it's due, that it's like, it's cool that there's so many options that are free.
Yeah.
But I feel like for the most part, what we've experienced is like lower quality foods.
Yeah.
Even at the places where we paid $50 to eat, it wasn't as good. And so, you know, free is good and all, but I want quality. And then also it's like the atmosphere. It's like usually part of what we're doing when we go to specialty dining on Royal is like paying for the atmosphere.
And the service.
And the service.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything on this cruise that is like Hall of Fame worthy.
Yeah.
Like I don't think anything really came close to being in the Hall of Fame. I think part of that is we had a lot of people telling us that the food on Carnival is better than Royal.
Right.
A lot of messages and comments saying you guys would love the food on Carnival, it's better than Royal. People saying guys should be in the Hall of Fame, people saying Shack should be in the Hall of Fame. So I kind of feel like what happens when we hype up the Shack chicken sandwich on Coco Key.
The Snack Shack. You need to make that clear.
The Snack Shack on Royal's Coco Key is like, we hype it up and then people have it and they're like, oh, it's not that great. But like, we've had all of this Carnival food really hyped up to us, and overall, like if we're averaging out all of the food on this cruise compared to a Royal Caribbean cruise, it is below it. I would say substantially.
I agree.
Now there are some good things, like Emerald's was good.
Yes.
And
the Italian
place was actually really good.
Yeah. And you know what I love that Royal just doesn't even have anything in comparison is that cooking class that we did this morning. That was so cool.
I love that.
I think Celebrity has something like that. So that was so neat. And honestly, some of the best food that we had on board was the food that we made.
Yeah.
So I guess we're the best chefs. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that, especially because people tend to like, you know, they talk about like free versus paid food. I always think that it's worth it to pay for food because I want to eat quality good stuff. And a lot of the proteins that we've had on this cruise like has been bland or like chewy and tough, you know, and it's like I just want to eat something good. I'm willing to pay for that.
Yeah, I have no problem paying extra for food. Especially when it's like Emerald's is $6. It's like when you like factor that into the cost of the cruise, it's essentially nothing.
And people pay for drinks all the time.
I know.
We don't pay for drinks.
Yeah.
So, just the discussion that I wanted to have.
It's a good discussion.
Thank you.
So for our last night on board, we went to the casino and we just hung out, and that is our first Carnival cruise together now. So
Yeah. You know, in the past, I feel like we kind of like were feeding into the rumors of what you hear about Carnival, even though we had never tried it ourselves together, at least. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad we gave it a try.
Yeah, I'm glad we tried it.
I do feel like all of those rumors are true.
The reputation is true.
Yes. So, but now we know that for certain after trying it.
Yeah, I think here's our problem for this cruise is we were saying it a lot before we got on board. We want to relax.
Yeah.
We want a relaxing cruise. We kept saying it ourselves. For the entire week leading up to the cruise, we're like, we can't wait to relax on this cruise. This is not the cruise to relax.
I think a person could have a lot of fun on this cruise if they came as part of a friend group, as a family, and you came on board to like, I don't know, do a lot of activities.
Do a lot of activities, have fun, party, hang out with your friends and family. This is a good cruise for that. For a couple like us that wanted to relax, it was not good. Are we idiots for thinking that Carnival was the cruise for that? Probably.
Maybe.
But we thought, oh, if we get a suite and we go to the suite sun deck and stuff, we can still find
peace,
but it didn't really work out.
I don't know if Carnival is our vibe.
No, it's not.
Maybe if we tried it with our friend group, maybe it would be different and it would be better.
It would be different and better, yeah.
It's not the cruise for just a couple to go and relax on.
No, it's not. And I don't know if we're going to come back.
I know.
If we did, like, if there was like an organized thing, I probably would. But like us together, like a relaxing cruise as a couple, I don't think that works.
It just doesn't.
Um,
We have a cruise booked that I think we're going to cancel.
yeah, we have Mardi Gras booked, and we think we're going to cancel it.
Sorry.
But yeah, not to crap all over Carnival, but
That's just our experience.
we
That's
just
the way,
yeah.
the way that we feel.
And I don't
after
think,
this.
yeah, I mean, as of now, we're not going to come back. I'm not going to say we're never going to do it for the rest of our lives.
Because we probably will.
We probably will, but I'm thinking like
It'll be a while.
for the next 5 years,
We need to
I don't know.
take some time to forget. Or for Carnival to change.
And we wanted to do Celebration Key, which is at our new private destination. And I'm like, I don't even want to get on the Carnival ship in order to get to that destination.
And you know, normally we would be like, oh, I want to do a 7-night cruise. But for that, I'd be like, I
That's
just want to
too
like
long.
get on, get off to get there. So
Like,
like
yes.
3-night cruise, maybe 2-night just to get to Celebration and then get back. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oy.
I will say, like, maybe we'll try the new class of ship that comes out in 5 years. Maybe we'll try it. I don't know.
The one that's going to have
8,000 people?
8,000 people on board? I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, for the foreseeable future, we will not be coming back to Carnival.
Anywho.
But we had to try it. We had to try Carnival. We were going to do it eventually.
I'm glad
so,
we did. I'm glad we tried it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the end of our
That's
cruise.
it. We're almost
so
back to Miami.
This is what we're going to have for the rest of our
This is what the
time.
captain is seeing right now because it's so dark. Just kidding. They have night vision. Technology, not
Come on.
superpowers.
I want to do it when it comes up. Don't you steal this from
Okay.
me. Don't let Brian steal this from me. Okay, so here we are out in the middle of the ocean.
I'm very grateful that the captain did decide to steer us away from the storm.
The
Like, we
tropical
could've-
storm is going like up and
Yeah.
around here, and luckily we went this way.
And he could have put us back the same path we came, but we went around it, so that was really good.
Womp, we're heading right back to Miami. I think he said we're docking at 6 a.m. bright and early tomorrow, so we'll see you in Miami tomorrow. No, we won't.
No, we won't. We'll see you on the next cruise, which is going to be on Royal Caribbean.
Thank God.